Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ranking Member Grijalva. I'd be happy to stay if it helps get the bill passed through your committee.
You never know.
Anyway, I want to thank you for having this hearing. This piece of legislation has been pending before Congress since 2007. It was the only wilderness bill approved by the House in the 111th Congress, and the chairman is exactly right. The Senate, that Congress did not pass the bill. So,
Dave, can you pull that mic right up to you?
okay.
You're not really well heard.
Is that better? Better?
Yeah, put it right in your mouth.
Coming off my time, Mr. Chairman. Anyway, the 111th Congress, this bill passed. The Senate did not pass that bill. You're absolutely correct. But just a month ago, the Senate did pass the Alpine Lakes Wilderness Bill with unanimous support. And Senator Patty Murray, Maria Cantwell from my state, also Congresswoman Suzanne DelBene have been great supporters in our bipartisan effort in getting this legislation before you today. I'm also really very, very pleased to announce that you'll be hearing later from the son of Congresswoman Jennifer Dunn, who many of you served with. She served here 12 years. He's a council member in King County, a county commissioner, as some might call him. But he has also been working on this issue with the local officials since 2004, 2005. Here's the bottom line. We work together just like you, Mr. Chairman. As you said, in Utah, your stakeholders in your state come together. They identify lands for wilderness, for other uses, but they do it as a team. They do it as a community. And in Washington State, I guess the most important point to make here is that this was a community effort. It was at least a 2-year effort, drawing all the stakeholders together to come up with the boundaries, to come up with the restrictions, to come up with the identified activities within this Alpine Lakes Wilderness area. And we're proud of that effort. Not only did we work together to protect our public lands, but we also worked together to preserve the recreational opportunities for outdoor enthusiasts. And we also recognize the importance here of creating jobs and spurring the economy in these small communities that surround these rural areas. From Issaquah, which is just 15-20 minutes from downtown Seattle, to Snoqualmie Pass, which is at the summit of the Cascade Mountains as you cross over into eastern Washington, jobs are created by the opportunities created by this wilderness, lowland wilderness area. In 1976, Alpine Lakes Wilderness was designated by Congress and has become one of the most popular wilderness areas in the country. And 30 years later, H.R. 361 provides an opportunity to protect key additions to the wilderness that will preserve important wildlife habitats, existing recreation, and local economies that rely on both. The legislation embraces important lower-level lands, completes watersheds, protects 2 rivers with the wild and scenic designations, and provides clean water and flood control for the Middle Fork and South Fork of the valleys. The proposed additions have been carefully crafted with consideration for existing recreational opportunities for hiking, camping, rafting, kayaking, horseback riding, mountain bike riding, and wildlife viewing. It also protects a large area of accessible lowland forests, preserving hunting and fishing opportunities in this primitive setting. This proposal also protects substantial populations of resident trout that rely on the streams of the Pratt and Middle Fork Snoqualmie rivers. One of the people most interested in this effort of Alpine Lakes Wilderness is Eileen Pratt, whose family settled in the late 1800s in the Pratt River Valley. She is one of the remaining survivors. We're hoping that this legislation passes and she's able to see that happen. Well, Mr. Chairman, I think that you've got the gist of what our bill does. You've got, I think, an understanding of the importance of this to our community. Again, it was a statewide effort. It was a community effort. It was a district-wide effort. It's what our citizens in our district want. And I yield back the rest of my time. Appreciate the opportunity to testify.